Okay, so today this is Two Pitiful Cubers, and I have a Rubiks brand 4x4 review. Here we go, Rubiks 4x4, Rubiks brand. So, first I'd like to go over, just the general basics of the cube, such as the corner cutting and the speed of the cube. First of all, the cube has been lubricated with Maru lube and Vaseline. After Vaseline was cleaned out, Maru lube was put in. So yes, the cube, the top layers are pretty smooth, nice and smooth. The mid layers are a bit slow, they're a bit sluggish, I guess, but they're still pretty good, I guess. But no, corner cutting, let's see. Corner cutting ain't the best on the Rubiks 4x4. Okay, so it can cut maybe around, no, not even close to line to line. Maybe around there is probably most it will cut. No, it won't even cut that. Even less. Basically has to be aligned almost perfectly for it to cut anything. You can't even call this cutting. It's like aligning it perfectly, if not barely perfectly. Okay, now these cuts, almost none at all, barely, and almost pop right there, just doing that tiny little cut from over here. So that's not too good, let's put it that way. Middle layer cuts, not at all, not even a tiny bit. Okay, that's about the most it will cut in the middle, literally. And I'm applying more force than you usually would expect. I had to apply all my arm strength just to do these tiny little cuts. That won't even cut. Backwards cutting. And for reverse cutting, you can just forget about it. Reverse cutting is just forget about it for this cube. Not possible. Not possible at all.
Oh, and just a side note, this is actually my Rubiks 4x4, and I've only had it for maybe a period of 2 months.
So
it was store-bought for €23.
So
it's quite expensive.
Yeah. So it's quite expensive. I believe you can get cheaper and better quality 4x4s, way better quality, such as Maru or Shengsha 4x4s, even Ishin. But Ishins do have a problem with popping. This is my Ishin. Yeah, my Ishin 4x4. It's in quite a few pieces now. Yeah, I popped in the middle myself. And yeah, the Rubiks brand is just not that good of a cube. Not to offend the Rubiks company or anything, but not that good. Now, this is my friend's Gijs. This is his Rubiks brand cube. This is my cube. As you can see, it's a bit beat up, just a tiny bit, and half of this side is completely missing. A bunch of cubes here are missing because this cube just cannot be used for speed solving. It literally can't do speed solves. I tried to use this cube as carefully as possible, but it just exploded. And if you look in here, this little piece, there's still this little piece, a bit hard to see in the black cube. This is this little piece right there. That is from one of the inner edges. It completely just snapped off. I wasn't being rough with it or anything. It just snapped, and all the pieces fell out. The pieces are over here now. Just here, the tiny little pieces on the back of my shelf. So Rubiks 4x4, I'm not too impressed with it, but it cannot really be used for speed solving. For example, if I just try and do 4 moves, it's quite slow. Compared to any other cube, I might as well even use a Rubiks brand 3x3. It's just so much better, this cube. Even a Rubiks brand 3x3, it's way better than the 4x4. You can use just about any 3x3 or any other cube. It would be way better than this Rubiks 4x4. It just locks up too much, can't corner cut at all, literally. So yeah, so that's about the review of the cube. Thank you for watching. My overall rating of this cube would maybe be a 4 out of 10, considering that it doesn't corner cut at all. It locks up quite often. Mine popped on me insanely. The piece is completely just broke in half. So yeah, I wouldn't really recommend this cube unless you're a very new cuber. Unless you've just been introduced into the cubing world. Yeah, I would suggest getting a Shengshao or any other 4x4, Shengshao or Ishin even. You can try and use Maru 4x4s, they're pretty good as well. They're around the same size as these Rubiks brand 4x4s, but yeah, most other 4x4s are smaller and they fit in your hand a lot easier than this. It's a bit bulky, as you can see. So, yeah, that's about the review of the Rubiks 4x4. Thank you for watching.